Over Skylanders' lifespan, it has seen many Skylanders. They got expensive online because of many different reasons. Now, real quick, I just want to say that I made another video about cheap Skylanders too. So if you want to see both a cheap Skylander video and an expensive Skylander video, I'd go watch this video after this one. But of course, let's look at some of the most expensive Skylanders. And also, I'm going to just say this real quick. I'm not going to be talking about any chase variants or really any variants in this video. I'm only looking at the most expensive Skylanders that were not impossible to find. So only base form Skylanders, but that does include Series 2s, 3s, and whatevers. But with all that being said, get ready to find out who are the most expensive Skylanders from each game. As we all know, Skylanders Adventure roster is extremely easy to buy. In fact, you can probably buy almost every Skylander from this game for less than their retail price. But one of the original 32 doesn't follow this rule, and his name is Whamshell. Oh my god, the audacity to be over $5, how rude. I mean, I think that Whamshell is the only at least semi-rare Skylander from Skylanders Adventure. So yep, he's the only expensive Skylander from SSA, and that concludes the SSA category. Thank you all for watching, and that's all, folks. Okay, but seriously, let's actually get into some expensive Skylanders. And the first one is from Giants. It is Series 2 Bash. I mean, I don't know why Series 2 Bash is expensive. He kind of just became a meme though in the Skylanders community for a while because he was expensive for just an average core Skylander. But that's exactly the reason why he is so priced for a Giants character. He was just a Series 2 and, well, in my opinion, not the coolest looking Series 2 out there. Nothing made me look at Bash and think, I would love to purchase this exquisite piece of brown plastic molded into a rock dragon from the popular kid video game franchise known as Skylanders with this piece of American currency that equates to $20 US in my right pocket.
Okay, I'll buy Bash.
In fact, he was a Series 2 in the first place, something that I'm not a huge fan of, and ultimately made me not want to buy him, and I guess a lot of people can say that. I mean, with the likes of Lycor, Prison Break, Series 2, Grill Grunt, and all the new cores, Bash really never stood a chance. Now, are any Giants expensive? The answer is yes, it's Ninjini. She can usually be found around $10 or something like that. And that's expensive for a Giants character, but $10 will be blown out of the water by the end of this video. Even me, an avid Skylanders collector, got Ninjini's Scarlet variant before I got her regular version, and I myself don't care that much for variants. I would much rather get the original version first. I don't know what it is, but I had the variant version of Chompy Mage for 3 years before I got his regular one, and I always felt uneasy. For 3 years I had that Jingle Chompy Mage and not Green Chompy Mage, and I always felt like something was missing. For Ninjini, I felt none of that. I got a regular version and I let out the biggest meh you could ever imagine. And like a lot of expensive Skylanders, she was not sought after, so now she's kind of expensive. Do you see why all the good Skylanders cost less? With bad Skylanders, it's kind of weird. You're either so bad that you're still cheap because literally no one wants you, and then you're kind of bad but people may still want you, and that's where Ninjini lies. I always forget that Lycor Pop Fizz even exists. I mean, seriously, did you ever see this guy in a store? I know I never saw him in a store, but I could care less about him. Who cares if you have a different Pop Fizz, but this time he farts some light out when you put him on a portal. While the idea of Lycors were cool, even when I was 7, I didn't go out of my way to get them like I did with the Giants of the Swap Force. Or maybe I did, my parents just didn't let me buy them because I already had the original Skylanders. Either way, I never got Lycor Pop Fizz and probably never will. While I said that about Robo, I actually wanted Robo even though he's expensive. With Lycor Pop Fizz, I don't want him. I don't need him. He's expensive and I don't want him. As you can see, he was over $40, and already the $40 range, that's kind of about where I cut it with Skylanders. That's asking a lot for me to put down $40 for a single Skylander. Now look, I know, I bought Echo for $45, but that's different, okay? I mean, I already have Pop Fizz. Why should I buy a more glowy version of him? I know there are Skylanders that even quadrupled that $40 price, but still. Moving on to Swap Force. This where's prices may start to go up a bit. But why is Firebone Hot Dog so expensive? He has a fire bone in his mouth. He must have been flown off the shelves. I actually was eventually able to acquire a Firebone hot dog, and the only reason why I bought him is because he's expensive. I found him at a used game store where, you know, they usually lower the prices for you, and he still costed me $20. That conversation with my mom was very awkward after, why I had to explain to her why spending $20 on a singular Skylander was a good idea. But mom, he has a bone in his mouth, and I got him for $5 cheaper. What a deal, right? Hot dog isn't even half bad, he's just kind of forgot about. Poor dog. No joke, no scam, I got Scratch for $5. I'm not even kidding. It was a deal that I found on Letgo, and boy was I ever happy. Now looking at the prices on eBay, $40. Oh my god. You're all mad right now. What are you going to do about it? You can't touch my Scratch. In all seriousness though, this was a Skylander that I didn't even know existed. Like, actually, I did not know this Skylander existed. I had no idea of her existence until I got back into Skylanders. Why would you remember her anyway amongst all the cool swappers and stuff? She's just a cat that doesn't even look like a cat. So what gives? I got her around the time that I hit 150 subscribers. Yeah, all the way back then. That's right. I actually did a 150 subscriber special because I'm a sociopath or something. Who does specials in increments of 50? Well, except for... whatever, I was proud of myself. I got 150 subscribers and Scratch. What a day, am I right? Alright, Tribe Team's here to up the ante now. This game did something pretty cool, and it made more than half the roster completely and utterly useless. Yes! Because only Trap Masters can open elemental gates. So now cores are expensive. Let's go! We're gonna start off with Echo. And when I'm making this video, I actually just got Echo thanks to SCL Matt. So why don't you go subscribe to him? The man deserves it. Link is in the description. But anyway, I got her at a deal. I got her for $45. That's a whole lot less than $80, which is usually her price on eBay. Again, I can't see why I would have bought her. Gotta say, Echo's probably one of the most basic looking Skylanders out there. Whoa, Sea Dragon. Cool. Right? It's not that cool. Flipwreck looks awesome. No offense to Echo, I'm more than thrilled to have gotten her, but I don't know. Just look at her and then look at Flipwreck. If you had to decide if you saw both of them at a store and you didn't have either, and you can only buy one, I bet 99% of people would buy Flipwreck. And that may be what happened to Echo, but I'm still so happy to finally have her. And without her in the picture, Blackout is really the only super expensive Skylander that I have left to collect. And speaking of which, Blackout is also a super expensive Skylander. I mean, $105 just to get it out of the box. Blackout is one that I am waiting to just go into the SCL shop. I mean, SCL Matt is the GOAT. He'll sell me this for more than half the price. He's like $54 on his shop. Epic. I don't think Blackout's price is actually because he looked bland and didn't sell good. I think it's actually quite the opposite. Blackout may be the coolest looking core Skylander ever. And since he was part of the new Dark element, he sold out super quick. When I went to Best Buy, there was only one more Dark expansion pack left, and I was able to get the last Dark expansion pack. I was so lucky. I was one of the lucky ones, guys. Blackout is the only Skylander from the Light or Dark element that I am missing, which is great, really. And that's more than most people can say. And again, with the slickest transition ever. Speaking of the Light element, Spotlight is also pretty expensive. I was able to get Spotlight though, so good on me. In fact, Spotlight and Blackout are probably both more expensive than Nightlight and Nightmare combined. Pretty impressive. Spotlight's story is exactly the same as Blackout's, copy and pasted, except she's slightly cheaper because I guess she doesn't look as cool as him. Sorry Spotlight, it is what it is. I think we need more monkey Skylanders. Okay, never mind. Yeah, look, it's only 20 bucks, but you know what I could buy with like 24 bucks? I could buy like 2 foot-long Subway sandwiches. I can eat those. I can't eat Fling Kong. Fling Kong's a freaking monkey. I don't know what happened. He should have flown off the shelves. To be honest, I don't remember seeing him much in stores at all, so maybe he wasn't in stock a lot. If anyone knows, please tell me. You know, they should make more rock people standing on giant rock Skylanders. Okay, never mind. Really? $30 for an ice cream pun? This time Rocky Roll, he isn't like a bland Skylander. I just don't know. I think something's missing. I actually saw him in a store one time and didn't buy him. Yeah, I regret that one. I just didn't see any interest in buying him. So yep, stayed there on the shelves. Probably bought by a kid or a parent later that week. I wish I did get him. Rocky Roll does actually seem like a good Skylander looking at gameplay now. So yeah, I can't really tell you guys the story of Rocky Roll though. I have no idea what happened to him. Now that we're in Superchargers, prices are actually about to go down lower because for whatever reason, Skylanders in this game aren't like super cheap, but none of them are expensive. Like really expensive, except for one exception. And you know where I'm going with this. Double Dare Trigger Happy. I have no idea what happened here. I got him for Christmas. I was vibing, got him for Christmas. Cool, right? I didn't even know he costed so much until people started talking about it. I mean, this is disgraceful. $80? Really? 80 bucks? And it's not even in box. There's only one offer I can find for him on eBay or anywhere really, and that's for like $120. However, I bet if he was actually on the internet, he would be less. Thrillipede was basically banned in the US, so that's kind of cool. You could not find this dude anywhere. I got extremely lucky one day and found a Thrillipede listing on eBay for 20 bucks and snatched him up real quick. I am so glad I did that. I have no idea why they did my man Thrillipede like that, since he's one of the best superchargers out there. Sorry, Thrillipede. Let's move on to Imaginators. And every single Skylander in this game is expensive. So, since every single Skylander in this game is expensive, let's just talk about the big three. First up in the ring is Chompy Mage. You can either pay $100 for him or get his Christmas variant. Most people go with the latter, but since I am a truly epic gamer, I did indeed acquire the legendary green Chompy Mage. I know, the regular version. How amazing. Chompy Mage was the last of the big three that I got. So when I finally got him and completed the trifecta, it was a great feeling, guys. Chompy Mage is one of my favorite villains, and to not actually have him, well, it wasn't great. If you don't know, Chompy Mage was actually impossible to find in stores. Actually impossible. There was no way. It was impossible because he was not in any stores. I think around wave 2 or 3, they released him in a bundle that you could only get on Amazon with a bunch of wave 1 villains that you probably already have, and that costed over $100. What a ripoff. Did they actually think this would make money off Chompy Mage? Did they really think people would actually buy a bundle just for one Skylander to get 5 they already have? Wasn't a great business decision, I don't think. They would have made so much more money, in my opinion, if they just sold them at stores, naturally, like God intended. Like, come on, guys, just sell them at the stores. Please, it would have made my life so much easier. The next of the big three is Wildstorm. The story of how I got Wildstorm is a pretty weird one. I saw a bid for him on eBay for 50 bucks. I thought nothing of it at first. I thought it easily get doubled in the next couple days. However, I did keep my eyes on it. I wouldn't let my eyes go off it. And the bidding got up to only $60 after a couple days. I was officially in, and there I was, 10 seconds left. My hand on my phone, there was 10 seconds left in the bid. It was at $60 still. I put my bid in right at the end at $10, and I got him. Boom! Now he's part of my collection. Wildstorm was the first of the big three that I got, so to say I was hyped was a huge understatement. Wildstorm and Robo were the last Skylanders ever released for Skylanders in general, and there was a big gap in between them and the last wave. Most people forgot about Skylanders at that point, honestly, and stores did not restock them after they sold out. However, Wildstorm is still cheaper than Robo, so I guess people bought more Wildstorm than Robo. It could just be a weird coincidence, but I don't know. Now on to the final of the big three, the most expensive non-variant Skylander, and he's even more expensive than most variants. It's Robo. That's right. How could it not be? Him alone, just by himself, without anything, could be $300. Now, let me explain how I got him. It was an amazing story, guys. Amazing. It was Christmas of 2020. I had one more present left. That's actually true in the story. I had one more present left. Total coincidence, but I think it's cool. It was a box, so carefully opened it. Didn't want to ruin whatever was inside of it. I opened the end of the cardboard box at first, and I couldn't tell what it was. Then I looked closer, and I pulled out the mysterious item from the box a bit, and then I thought to myself, no, it can't be. It was none other than Robo. I lit up in excitement. Dang it! In all actuality, I did get him, and yeah, that's no joke, one of the best days of my life. Same story with Robo can, be applied to Wildstorm, whatever. They were sold, the last Skylanders ever sold, now he's worth a lot of money. Last Skylander ever released, you're either going to sell really poorly or really good, and I guess you can guess which one happened to Robo. Poor guy. So long story short, Skylanders are expensive, and thank you for listening to my TED Talk. But hey, if you have any Skylanders, just know that you own an expensive Skylander, and that makes you a person that owns an expensive Skylander. So you know what? Good job, pal. I would never really sell any of my Skylanders. I mean, no joke, they're going into my will. Like to have more expensive Skylanders. I don't know, I just feel I found a weird enjoyment out of owning expensive Skylanders. I don't really know what it is, and I don't really care. Maybe it's because it makes me feel better about myself. But I hope you guys have enjoyed this video, and thank you guys for watching.